The universe is in a perpetual state of synchronization for those who have eyes to see. And the intuition is the language through which the universe speaks. The question is not whether the universe is communicating with you at all times, it's whether you're listening. Because every day, each of us is in conversation, not with the universe directly, but with our own thoughts. And those thoughts shape our choices, and those choices shape our life. This morning, I want to explore a very practical and deeply human question. How do you tell the difference between fear and intuition? And how do you discern between the voice of the ego and the voice of your higher self? Now first, bless you, why does this matter? Most people don't struggle because they lack enough information to make a decision. They struggle because they're listening to the wrong internal authority. They confuse, bless you, fear for intuition. They confuse conditioning for wisdom, and they confuse survival for truth. And when that happens, people don't just make mistakes, they build entire lives around them. Now, please realize that I see you in your beauty. I see your right to be exactly as you are in the moment that you stand in, with everything that has been known by you and everything that will be known by you. And I honor that there are ways in which fear can serve us, protect us, and even feel like comfort and safety. But there is a greater life experience beyond fear. Fear is not just an emotion. Fear is a response to a thought rooted in egoic construct, limited beliefs, unspoken agreements, obsolete agreements made in fear, and your life experiences. It's a way of perception, which becomes projection, which becomes manifestation. Fear always contracts. It constricts the body. It agitates your central nervous system. It anticipates, and it holds you powerless and in stagnation. Fear speaks in conditional logic. So if this happens, then that'll happen. And fear-based thoughts often sound very reasonable. For example, I'm unhappy in my job, but nothing I can do about it. I should just be grateful. I'm unhappy in my job, but if I leave, I might not be able to get another one. I'm unhappy in my job, but if I leave, I won't be able to support myself. Or I'm unhappy in my relationship, but there's nothing I can do about it. I should just be happy. I'm unhappy in my relationship, but if I leave, I won't be able to support myself. I am unhappy in my relationship, but if I leave, I might not find someone else who loves me. Okay, these fear-based thoughts, they don't seem dramatic. They seem responsible. They seem prudent. They seem safe. They seem practical, but they are fear speaking. So what is the cost to you in your life with the fear-based decisions? Fear convinces us that staying the same is safer than changing. So people stay in the jobs that drain them, in relationships that diminish them, in identities that they have already outgrown. Nothing explodes or collapses, but something else happens very quietly. They hold themselves in a place of unhappiness. Their life feels boring, stuck, or stagnant, or even worse, hopeless or helpless. So that's one of the clearest indications of fear at work. Here's a core distinction between fear and intuition. Fear contracts you in your life. Perhaps you never learn anything new. You never go anywhere new. You never do anything new or meet new people. Intuition expands your life experience. It supports life expansion, adventure, greater authenticity, and deeper connection. Fear tightens your body. It lives in your tissues. It hijacks your central nervous system, and it's stored as a memory bank upon which your present decisions are made. Intuition creates space in your life for expansion and flow. Space in the body, inviting presence and possibility. Space between thoughts, so you can hear the voice of your higher self speaking the truth. And so you can see, allow, and recognize the synchronizations of the universe. Fear is loud, urgent, and reactive. Intuition is calm, present, and clear. Fear skips over the present moment, activates the past, and projects it into the future. Intuition exists only now, which is where your higher self and your greatest power reside. Let's look at the same scenarios, this time from intuition. Intuition doesn't promise certainty or guarantee an outcome, but it does create a direct connection. That direct revelation of truth through the intuitive and spiritual nature of the individual that Ernest Holmes spoke of. It sounds more like this. I'm no longer aligned in this job. I don't know exactly how this will unfold, but I do trust the universe and my own ability to decipher the cues. Or, I don't know what this will look like, but I do know that I will know it when I see it. Notice the difference. There's no fear of uncertainty. There's no panic. There's no urgency. And there's no catastrophe, no impending doom. Just presence and alignment, self-trust, and patience. Now, let's name the deeper distinction between ego and the higher self. Fear belongs to the egoic construct, the identity shaped by conditioning, survival, and your past life experiences. The ego lives in separation. It analyzes, judges, defends, explains, excuses, denies. It exists largely in the past and projects into the future. The higher self can only be found right here in the eternal now. The higher self exists in pure time presence. It is not reactionary. It does not need to justify itself. It does not need to argue. It understands something essential, that you are in your choosing in every single moment. And your present choices do not need to be determined by your past. You are free to choose now, and you are free to choose from a place of alignment. So I ask you, have you ever said to yourself, well, I've made my bed and now I have to lie in it? Fear. Now, nervous system and discernment between fear and intuition. This distinction is not abstract. You feel it in your body. Feel it in your body. Fear activates not only fight or flight, but fight, flight, or freeze, stagnation. The higher self aligns with regulation of the central nervous system, calm clarity, presence, steadiness, fluidity, peace, and ease. When your nervous system is dysregulated, fear can sound very convincing. But when your nervous system is regulated, intuition becomes accessible. And that's, by the way, why your breath matters. Breath brings you back into the present moment, and the present moment is where your power resides. The simplest way to tell who's speaking is to pay attention to how it feels. Your feelings are your emotional guidance system, and by tuning into it, you can more easily discern. Fear feels urgent. Intuition feels present. Fear tightens the body. Intuition creates expansion and space. Fear argues. Intuition is clear. And fear asks you, what if I lose? And intuition asks you, what is aligned for me right now? There is my win. Most importantly, fear makes you smaller, and intuition allows you to be fully expressed. Why this changes everything in your life. When decisions are made from fear, life becomes stagnant, stopped, stuck, limited, separate, unhappy, disempowered, disengaged. When decisions are made from intuition, your life becomes expansive, exciting, adventurous, and far more authentically you. You trust yourself. You respond from a place of alignment rather than reacting. You participate consciously in the synchronization of your own life. So, hear me now. The universe, it's not chaotic. It's perfect vibrational precision in a perpetual state of synchronization for those who have eyes to see. And intuition, it's not mystical, it's relational. It's how life communicates alignment, timing, and truth. The more you listen, the more clearly the language of intuition can come through. So the next time a thought arises, pause and ask yourself, who's calling? Is this fear protecting an old identity, or is this intuition inviting you into alignment and what comes next for your soul's highest learning? Because when you learn to listen clearly, you stop mistaking fear for guidance, and you begin to live in direct conversation with a very loving universe. Thank you.